Good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to be doing an update on this upcoming tornado outbreak that's going to be happening across the south for Monday and Tuesday. We have already a 10% hatch risk for tornadoes. For wind, we have a 30% chance for up to 70 to 80 mile per hour winds, and also a 30% hatch risk. Also, for day 2, we have a 45% chance for significant severe weather, which is very rare, especially on day 3, and a moderate risk issued on day 3 for Tuesday. I'm going to be splitting this up into 2 parts. So first, the first part will be this. We'll be looking at Monday's severe weather, and then we'll be looking at Tuesday's severe weather. Here's Monday's severe thunderstorm outlook. We do have an enhanced risk for severe weather for, again, tomorrow for Monday, which is a level 3 out of 5 on the severe weather scale. This is kind of the middle risk, which is still quite high, and I think this is actually going to be upgraded to a moderate risk for severe weather later this afternoon, or even tomorrow, or morning. So I do think we're gonna have either a moderate risk, both a moderate risk for Monday and Tuesday, or possibly even a small high risk is gonna be not out of the question for Tuesday. Tornado risk for tomorrow, we have a 10% hatch risk for tornadoes, which is going to be a chance for significant tornadoes. So EF2 to EF5 tornadoes is not out of the question for tomorrow. Also, in the 5% chance, that's where you could also see, again, widespread tornadic storms, and even in the 2% could see those tornadic storms as well. So if you're in any of those highlighted colors, you do have that potential for tornadoes, but those main areas are going to be the 10% chance and the 5% chance. Here's the wind risk. We do have a 30% chance for 70 to 80 mile per hour winds. So very significant winds are going to be in these storms, and especially on Tuesday with that massive line of storms for Louisiana, Mississippi, and Arkansas. We do have a significant hail threat as well for tomorrow. We have a 30% chance for upwards of 2-inch plus diameter hail, and this significant chance is also in that 15% chance. So if you're in kind of the black hatch region, that's where you could also see significant hail, 2+ inch size diameter and larger pretty much. Let's look at your future radar for tomorrow. As you can see, let's look at around, this is going to be around 8 a.m. As you can see, there's definitely a lot of widespread rain showers. Overall, not a ton of morning convection, which is going to really help these storms here, help them to gain the energy very fast, very rapidly. It's going to help them really gain, like I said, energy. It's going to really help them start to fire up and start to produce rotation. Pretty much every storm tomorrow and Tuesday is going to have rotation, some sort of rotation. Some are not going to have tornadic rotation, but most here may have tornadic rotation, which may lead to, again, a tornado outbreak possible here for either Monday or Tuesday, or even both could see a regional tornado outbreak. Let's move forward here. Let's go ahead and go to around 12. Let's go to around 10 a.m. or so. As you can see, there's definitely a lot of rain showers, possible small thunderstorms popping up by 10 a.m. But again, not much going on. You can see that cold front lining up here across portions of western Texas, and that's going to be going eastward here very fast throughout the morning, really firing the storms here by likely the early afternoon hours. But right now we're looking at about lunchtime, and there's some storms firing, but they're not the main storms. These are just kind of the pre-game start of the storms. And as you can see over here in Oklahoma or Texas, already seeing some isolated thunderstorms with likely lightning and heavy rainfall. Overall, again, not much actual severe storms that I'm not seeing right now. But let's move forward here to around 2 p.m. or so. And as you can see, there is definite supercells popping up. As you can see, that cold front is right now just west of Dallas right now, around 2 p.m. of Monday. As you can see, you're really seeing those supercells really starting to fire up around 3 p.m. So I'm probably going to start the stream about 12 p.m., 1 p.m. Central Time, around that time. So we'll have that time to really dive into the depths of the dynamics of the storm system and all of the tornado ingredients that we do have. Because usually the morning before that, in the morning of the storm day, that's when we have the most information. That's where we can give the most accurate forecast for that tornado potential and all of that stuff. So as you can see, again, you're seeing a lot of those supercells firing up by 3 p.m. As you can see, by 4 p.m., you're seeing a line of supercells forming, and this is going to be hitting the Dallas-Fort Worth area as well. Very strong storm here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area about 5 p.m.-ish. As you can see, there's even more storms here along the border of Oklahoma and Texas, even the Panhandle, seeing some of those storms. And you're seeing a lot of tornadic storms possibly around the Dallas area. You're seeing also a few tornadic storms down here south of Dallas, even just southeast of San Antonio. You could also see maybe a couple tornadic, maybe a tornadic storm or two. We're now heading into the evening hours, so it's going to be around 7 p.m. We're now heading into 9 p.m. and you're still seeing a lot of clustered severe storms here. Likely by 9 p.m. there's not going to be as much of a tornado threat. There actually may be a few discrete supercells behind the line here in central and southern Oklahoma that I'm seeing here. As you can see, by 9 p.m. I think by 8 p.m. or so, I think we're going to have a short hour break or so of tornadic storms. I can't predict the exact future, but I think around 8 p.m. or so, that's when we could see a possible break in the storms here until we get to around midnight. This is when the storms absolutely go crazy, at midnight. The possible worst time for storms to go crazy during the day, it goes at midnight. As you can see in eastern Texas, you are seeing a lot of those kind of black lines. Those are updraft helicity swaths, which means those are pretty much very tornadic storms that it's going to be highlighting. That's being highlighted by the HRRR model. As we head throughout 2 a.m., you're seeing a massive line of storms here in Louisiana, Texas, Arkansas. Even in Missouri, could see some of these storms with thunder and heavy rainfall. It's such a massive system, such a massive storm system that's going to be heading throughout Tuesday as well. This is going to be around 4 a.m. And look at this line. It's literally stalls over southeastern Texas. It's going to bring a lot of flooding over here because it literally just stalls for straight 4 hours or so. Even around 6 hours, it just stalls with extremely heavy rainfall, possible tornadic storms, a train of tornadic storms here, embedded supercells pretty much for southeastern Texas. Is going to be for the early morning hours of Tuesday. As you can see, this is starting at around 8 p.m. or so, and it's going to be going throughout 6 a.m. You're literally going to get no sleep here in southeastern Texas, so make sure you do get those tornado warnings. Pretty much take shelter the whole night if you're in southeastern Texas. Around the Houston area, you are going to get pretty much no sleep if you are around the Houston area. There's so many storms and so much heavy rainfall. You're going to get a lot of flooding in these areas, and I can't go any further with the HRRR model, so let's go ahead and look at the NAM 3km model. So now we are in Tuesday, so let's go ahead and switch over to the Tuesday's severe thunderstorm risks. Here is Tuesday's severe thunderstorm risk. We do have a moderate risk for severe weather, which is a level 4 out of 5 on the severe weather scale, which is quite rare. We only see this a few times per year. And we do have the high risk, which is level 5 out of 5, which is extremely rare. And we saw it even 2 times last year. Is not out of the question here for around the border of Louisiana and Mississippi. You're really going to have to keep your eyes on the storm. You're going to have to be super weather aware on Tuesday if you do live in portions of Louisiana and Mississippi, even Alabama. Could see some of these significant storms here for Tuesday. Now, here's a probabilistic outlook. As you can see, this is quite rare, and they don't usually issue this, especially on day 3. We have a 45% chance here for pretty much all hazards. Tornadoes, winds, and hail already all mixed together. We can't look at those individual risks just yet here, but day 2, tomorrow we will be able to look at that. So 45% chance for all hazards with a hatched risk for the majority of that 30% risk. This is a significant risk, guys. This is an insane risk for severe storms that the Storm Prediction Center has issued for portions of Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama. Again, take this seriously. This is not a joke here that we're talking about here in Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama. As these will be significant storms, possibly even violent tornadoes is not out of the question here. it's going to be possible throughout Tuesday on Louisiana and Mississippi. Even tomorrow could see a violent tornado or two. Even a moderate risk could be issued for again tomorrow. This is going to be 9 a.m. of Tuesday. As you can see, again, a massive line of storms that is forming. It's kind of by 9 a.m. As you can see, it's kind of messy. It's kind of a messy line, but definitely a little bit more organized than Eastern Texas, as this is entering Louisiana at about 9 a.m. or so. As you can see, we're getting to around lunchtime, and you're definitely seeing some major discrete supercells in there by around that time, especially in northern Louisiana. Possibly another major discrete supercell, a major embedded supercell is going to be in this line here. As you can see, as it heads into Mississippi with that major tornado threat and wind threat at about 6 p.m. it almost looks like those storms are starting to weaken, so that's looking good according to the NAM 3 kilometer model. The HRRR model likely looked at, we can't go super far with that, so again, the HRRR model is actually kind of hyping this up a bit rather than the NAM 3 kilometer model. But again, that's kind of your future radar. There's still going to be a major tornado threat here in Louisiana and Mississippi throughout Tuesday. So I'll be live streaming Monday and Tuesday. So make sure you stay tuned for that. I'll have a live forecast discussion, I do believe, later tonight. Stay tuned for that. You'll get much more information out to these people. Make sure to share this video, share the live stream tonight, and share the live streams on Monday and Tuesday to get this vital information out. This is going to be a very dangerous situation, and you may even see devastating impacts from flooding, tornadoes, and hail. Also winds. All of these threats are going to have devastating impacts possible here in the next couple of days. This is only the span of a couple of days, and we're already, you're going to see so many storms, and there's going to be so many damage reports if these storms actually verify. So have your severe weather plans in place. Have your tornado plans in place. Remember, the most interior room, lowest floor of a sturdy building is your tornado safe place. If you live in a mobile home, find somewhere else where that's very close and nearby so you can get shelter very quickly. Find some sort of other sturdy shelter. A mobile home is not going to do it within these storms. Again, stay safe out there. Be sure to subscribe. You won't miss the live stream later tonight. Turn on post notifications. Again, you won't miss a single video or update. You won't miss the live coverages on both Monday and Tuesday. There will be very massive live streams, and I'll have a lot of information getting feeded out here to the public. Share this with everyone you know that lives in these areas. We need to get this info out to these people, as again, this could bring some very devastating impacts to some cities. But as always, stay safe.